What is up, you guys? It's been a good while since I last streamed. What up, Danny R? Nice to see you, bro. So, I'm trying to find a game I can play in the background. I think I'm just gonna play some Heat in the background. What up? What up, Benny? How you doing, man? Long time no see. Oh, I know why. I know what's going on. I have a COD BO2. Yeah? I still play it. I play it all the time. But I think I'm just gonna play some Heat. It's more of a chill game. You know, I could play it without really focusing on it. And then we're gonna get some, well, what up, Benny? Nice to see you, bro. We're gonna get some chill vibes music in here. Hey, what up, Maddie? What up, Marshall? Now, dude, COD, I don't think you know what I'm doing, Marshall, but... Hey, what up, what up, Benny? What up, Effort? What up, Maddie? What up, Marshall? What up, guys? I'm alright. How's it going? It's going pretty good, man. It's going alright. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about some words of wisdom. Gonna be about some different kinds of things. So yeah, we're gonna be vibing some music, and just don't talk about time. Well, lucky for you, that's the first thing I'm gonna talk about is time. And my music keeps buffering, which is wonderful. But yeah, the first thing I am going to be talking about is time, so there. But in all seriousness though, before I start anything, how is everybody doing? How's everybody been? What's been going on? I'm really interested in what's going on in you guys' life. What's been going on, you know, how's everybody doing before I start anything. The Dum Dum is alive, guys. What up, derps? I am alive. I'm here. I appreciate that, man. Retracts your message. I'm gonna talk about time. No need to delete your message. Because I could still see it on my phone's chat history. Not much, you? Yeah, been chilling, going through what I can with school and everything else. That's literally what we were just talking about, Punk. I mean, hey. It's a good topic. Our music got quiet there for a second. There we go. But guys, so yeah, I mean, I guess we can start talking about time. If you guys are down to start with time, or if you guys have any advice to ask for, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask any questions. But if you guys aren't obliged to it, I'll start talking about time. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to think about time or some questions or some advice. Ask for some advice, whatever you guys need. You playing the new Need for Speed? It's not really new. It's a couple years old. But, yeah, it's technically, it's the second to newest game. The newest game is, what is it? The newest game is, I believe it's Hot Pursuit Remastered. But this is the one before that. This one's maybe 2 or 3 years old right now. I do recall. But I gotta finish up this car, but I gotta save up $600K to buy a new engine for it. So, I guess we'll start talking about time. Time's a very deceiving thing. Time is very deceiving. That car looking hot, I appreciate it. But time is very deceiving. You know, time can really fool people. Time has always fooled people. For as long as time has existed, it has been very deceiving and very confusing. Even though it seems like a simple concept to keep track of the way of living, to keep track of different things that are happening, it can be very deceiving. I mean, especially with humans. Oh my god, what the hell? But especially with, like, human beings and all that. What up, rest my bonds? But with time, us humans use it a lot. And we take time for granted. We really do. We take time for granted a lot. We're like, oh, dude, I have till midnight tomorrow to get this assignment done. I have plenty of time. And then, next thing you know, it's midnight tomorrow. And you have no time to get it done. Or, you know, especially with, like, your winter vacation for school. Like, I have all the time in the world to do all these things. And you plan all these different things, and you ended up like, oh, no, dude, I'm just going to take a few days, you know, for myself, and then I'm going to... And then I'm gonna you know, start all these things that I planned. Or like, oh shit, I have till midnight to pay my bills. Exactly. And it's very deceiving to people, because people feel like, oh, that's a long time. That is a very long time. My beat keeps cutting out. It's fine, I'll just pause it for a bit. Or not. But it is very deceiving. You may think like that's a really long time. But then in reality, when you're doing things and you're not keeping track of time, it goes away. It goes away so quickly. When you're not focused on time, and when you're not focused on what you should be doing or what you are doing, it goes by really quickly. I mean, and that's just one of the things that time really does to you, is it really fools you sometimes. Or also something happened that last minute in the past, like you ate last minute. Exactly. Like, with sleeping, you may have gotten 6, 7 hours of sleep, but it only feels like a split second, right? Like, I know especially me, um, especially with me, I'll sleep 6, 7 hours, or I'll try to get as most sleep as I can. And next thing you know, I wake up that morning and I feel horrible. Even though I got the amount of sleep that I should, it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like it was 6, 7 hours of time. It may only feel like 2, 3 hours. And so it's a very difficult thing to understand. But with time, you need to focus on, it pretty much varies of what you're trying to do with your time. If you're trying to get this assignment done, you gotta focus on that assignment and the time it'll take you to do it. Because, it may seem like it's forever that it'll be done, but in reality, that's not gonna be till, it may feel like a long time, but in reality it's not. I mean, it's very difficult kind of thing to use, It seems so easy to use time, and it seems so easy to deceive time. But yeah, like, the time in the month flies fast. Sometimes I don't know what days it is because of how fast time goes and how fast the days go. Exactly. Time and day can go by really quickly if you're not focusing on the time and day. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. Not today. Sleeping definitely messes with your head when it comes to sleeping, especially. Yes. Everybody loves sleeping, and sleeping is amazing. Don't get me wrong. But see, I'm that person that I gotta be up. Like, I have it in my mind that I got to experience and do as much things and try to live and do as many things as I can throughout the day. So even if I stay up really late at night and I wake up 11 noon, I still do my best to try, to fulfill every minute of at least doing something that I enjoy, or at least something that is productive. With time, it's very touchy. If you don't think about time, you don't think about, like, oh, today in reality is 24 hours, but I'm not going to be up that whole 24 hours. And you may be limited to maybe 17 of those hours some days. Some days you'll stay up that whole 24. But in reality, if you sit there and you think about how much time there is, it seems like a lot, but go through a day with thinking about your time and constantly looking at time, and it feels a lot longer, right? If you consider time and you consider everything to do with time, then it seems like it's a lot longer. But if you don't think about time and you just go through your day like normal, you play video games, you wake up, you eat breakfast, or, you do your normal routine, it feels so quick, right? It feels so quick, and then next thing you know, you're going to bed for the next day tomorrow, and you're just like, holy crap, I could recite everything I did today, but it feels like it was an hour ago, right? And that's the crazy concept of time. And then if you go a day with thinking about time and considering time, then it'll feel like it was that 7 hours of school. It'll feel like that 17 hours you were awake doing stuff. It'll feel like that 3 hours you worked on that project for. Because see, with school, you don't really worry about it until, you're just like, I want to go home. And when you think about, I want to go home, or, you don't feel enthused, it feels like forever. And you're not enjoying your time, so time's going to take over, and it's going to make it seem like it's a lot longer. Even though it's the same amount of time that you go to school every single day. And that's why you gotta try to make the best of everything. Even if school sucks at that moment, even if school feels like it's really hard and you're not gonna pass, you're not gonna be able to do it, just see the good and try. Like, I'm a perfect example. I thought I was gonna fail this year. Remote learning took a real big hit on me. It did. It took a real big impact on my mental health, and it took a really big impact on everything that I do, especially with school, because I love going to school. School is a thing that I love to do. It's an escape from home, and I just enjoy it. Let's see what he says here. There's bad time and good time. Bad time is when you're negative, like having a bad time, and good time is when you're enjoying it. Exactly. And it's kind of in the name, like, I'm having a bad time right now. Or, this is the best time I've had in my life. But back to what I was saying with school. Like, I was just out of it at school. Like, remote learning just killed my vibe about everything. Like, and when I'm at school, I try to be the happiest person I can be. Even if it's happy for a half hour, I try my best to do my best. But with remote learning, I was cruising through it. I was fine, but my grades weren't showing it. My grades just weren't showing it. Like, I was bombing school. Like, I was failing all of my core classes, until I got into full back in-person learning. And I found out I have a few learning disabilities, and that's why it was so important for me to be in school. I got accommodations for those learning disabilities, and my grades skyrocketed. My English grade was a 4%. One of the lowest grades you can have before a 0. A 4%. And I just had to turn around my time. I just had to turn around, get up, and get going. And ever since full in person, like, I was going to school every day. I was seeing a whole bunch of people. I was doing a lot better. And sorry, I gotta go. Enjoy the stream. No worries, Moon Vibes. Have a good one. But I was doing the best I could at school. And here it is, like, I finished school. What is it? What's today? The 20... Or is it the 30th? It's the 30th. So 6 days ago, or no, 4 days ago, I finished my junior year of high school. I passed my English with a 64%. Like, that's pretty crazy. And my history was down to a 10%. Another very, very low grade. And it was literally only a couple months, not even a couple months, like a month to a month and a half. I got it up from a 10% to a 73%, which is a C. You know? And I passed. Like, it shows that if you take the time the right way and you deal with time in the right manner, you can do anything you want. And that's the same with my other classes. Like, I was failing math. And I'm really good at math. I really don't know how I failed math. I mean, doing math on the computer is just not my style. I gotta do it on paper. Because I took all my high school math in middle school, all my middle school math in elementary school, etc. But I was failing math. I was barely failing. But I still was failing it. And I made a deal with my teacher. If I passed with a C, a 70% or above, she'll pass me last semester. And so I worked really hard. You know, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this homework. This homework I just didn't do, I'm going to do it. This test that I'm just going to try to slack on, I'm going to study for it. And I passed with a C. And she's passing me last semester. Out of my 4 core classes, I passed all of them. But one. And all I had to do is retake science. Chemistry was really hard for me. Having dyslexia and all these different learning disabilities and disorders, whatever. Chemistry just fucked with my brain. I just couldn't do it. So all I have to do is literally retake 1 year of science. And I have all my credits. And I'm a senior next year. I'm going to be graduating high school next year. Like, next school year is my last school year. It's crazy to think about, but it's my last school year. And yeah, it's crazy, and that's the real crazy thing about time. It really impacts you in many different ways, and you don't really know it's impacting you until you sit there and think about it, or until you sit and you realize what actually is going on. You know? It's pretty crazy. Just sit there and think that, you know, I'm gonna be a senior. And my speaker just cut out. Well, not my speaker, but my stereo. Sometimes it has Bluetooth connection problems. So I just gotta wait for it to connect again. And we'll be fine. And see, especially if... And a really big thing that I will preach on you guys a lot is if you have grandparents or great-grandparents... That's weird, derps. But if you have grandparents or great-grandparents, spend as much time as you can with them. Make every moment with them count. They will give you the world. They will make you so much better of a person. And just hang out with them. It'll give you a lot of good, wonderful tips in life. it may sound stupid, and some of the things that they tell you, you may be like, yeah, whatever. But I promise you, once you sit there and you think about those things that they told you, or those things that they said to you, and you sit there and think about it, they're right. You know, some of the things, of course, what they tell you to do isn't really relevant today. You know, some things that they tell you, of course, won't be relevant in today's world, of course. But just spend time with them. Because they don't have much longer than you have. You're going to outlive your grandparents one day. One day they're going to be gone. And yeah, it's sad to say, but it's the truth. And take advantage of spending time with them. If you have the opportunity to spend time with them, do it. Spend time with them. If you have the opportunity to call them on the phone, or if you have the opportunity to see them on a Zoom call, whatever, take that time. Take that advantage of that. Because your grandparents are a very important, impactful part of your life. Some of you may not think that is true, but once you start spending time with them, and once you start spending time with your grandparents, your great-grandparents, you know, or anybody you consider a grandparent, spend time with them, because they've lived their life, and they'll give you, not only they'll give you good tips on life, because they've already experienced what it's like. They'll be there for you, no matter what. If you're having a really hard time, you're having a really rough time, say with school, or you're having a really rough time trying to find a job, or having a rough time at work, if you call them, they'll talk to you about it. They'll sit there and they'll listen to you crying, and then next thing you know, they're going to be like, well, that's the way it is sometimes. And they'll tell you, you got to get up off your ass and you'll do it again. But tomorrow you're going to do it a lot better. You know, they're going to help you with everything. You know, I was very fortunate to have a really wonderful relationship with my great-grandfather, my great-grandpa. He made a really big impact on my life. I had a very, very crappy childhood. Very bad, you know. I won't be getting into it, why it was bad or anything right now or on live. If you guys want to know, that'll be for a later date. But besides my point, I had a very horrible childhood. I seen and dealt with a lot of things that are horrible, and I really didn't have anybody in my life. And I met my Grandpa Jack, and he just treated me like the world. Now, I can't say that for all grandparents. Some grandparents are horrible people. But if you have genuine grandparents, I would talk to them. I would spend every moment I could with Grandpa Jack if I could. Sadly, he has passed. He's been gone for a couple years now. Well, more than a couple. Since I was in 5th or 6th grade. He passed, but he He always had a smile when he was with me. And he taught me very valuable lessons in life. He taught me very valuable things that I know. He taught me how to treat human beings and how you should be treated. You know, oh shit, I didn't see there was a corner there. I should know that because I do this race all the time. Anyways, he taught me a lot of things. And if you guys have access to talk with your grandparents or see them, please do. You know, they're going to help you the best way they can. You know, even if they're not going to be around for much longer, they will do their damnedest to help you. They will teach you so many different things. And they're people too. Just because they're older doesn't mean they're not people. You know? You could still go out shopping with your great-grandma. You know, it may be a pain, but at the end of the day, you sit there and you think about it. It's a wonderful memory to have. And you don't want to have your grandparents, even your parents, you know, when you get a lot older. You don't want them to pass on and you not have much memories with them, or you have regret not talking to them as much as you could. And even when you get older, once you graduate high school, once you start living your own life, have time with your parents too. You know, they've raised you whole 18 plus years, you know. But especially at this current moment in time, you know, when you're a teenager, younger child, you really want to, if you have access to your grandparents or your great-grandparents, I would spend time with them. The wisest pro. I appreciate it. You guys are just sitting there listening to me, but I mean, it's true. It really is true. I can vouch myself. I have a great-grandma here. Great-grandma. Don't ever call her that. Her name's Nana. You call her anything otherwise, you're not part of the family, but I have Nana, and I live with her every day, and I try to do something with her every day, or I try to have a conversation with her every day, and she's almost 80 years old, and I never met my great-grandparents, yeah, see, and that's very unfortunate, you know. I'm very sorry to hear that, you know, that is very unfortunate, you know. Oh, I was gonna finish this. There we go. That probably just botched all my viewers. Oh well. It's fine. Hopefully everybody comes back. You're too wise for YouTube? What happened? Oh, I just disconnected. We have, it's pretty cloudy, and it was raining a little bit earlier today, so, yeah. But, I can vouch for the whole grandparent thing. You know, I live with my great-grandparent, Nana. You know, I also live with my grandparents, but that's a different story. Let's test this car out and see if it's better or not. And Nana is one of the greatest, smartest people I ever know. And she looks like she could be a real grumpy old lady. but in reality, she's really fun. Like, she loves to go do anything and everything. She's been held back a lot of her life to do all these different things, and some of these things she can't do anymore, but, she she's a very wonderful, god damn it, I fucked that up. She's a very wonderful being. She's very smart. She's very wise. She's very fun. Like, I'm very... Oh my god. Okay, this car didn't turn out any better than what it was. But I'm very fortunate to say that I still have her in my life, and that she still goes out and does things with me, and I still can go out and do things with her. But yeah, I mean, if you have the time to call your grandparents or your great-grandparents. Anyways, continuing on, that is the real basic concept of time. Now, maybe tomorrow we'll talk about logic and reality. But if anybody has any questions or any kind of advice they need, feel free to ask now. I'll put on some more beats and kind of go silent for a bit for you guys to think. Or we could talk about your amazingness, bro. I mean, whatever you'd like. If you guys have any questions you want me to answer, any advice you want me to give, let me know. Let me put on some beats, some advice, and if you guys don't have any advice, we'll chill for a little bit more and we'll call it a stream, guys. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes to sit there and think about some questions. And like I said, if there's no questions, that is completely fine too, guys. There's no worries. I think it was pretty successful today. But like I said, if you guys have anything, amazing drift skills though, I appreciate it. I'm not really good with this car. I haven't really used this car to drift much, but I appreciate it. Four likes on the stream, yes sir. Oh, damn it. But if there's no more questions or advice to be given, we'll call it a stream here in a little bit. I'll just give it a few more minutes. This was a nice stream? Yes, it really was. It was a very nice stream. I really did enjoy it. I had a lot of fun. And I think I'm going to be doing this more often. Since it's summertime, I'm going to start bringing back streaming. It may not be every day, but I'm going to start bringing back streaming, guys. And I'm going to start posting videos. I just had to take a break for a while. But I did. I had a lot of fun as well, Danny. It was I think it was really good. And to think about it, and to come to think about it, those words that I said could very well impact somebody, anybody, So I feel like I did good. I feel like I had a good purpose. So, yeah. Give you a number. Only stream when you like to? Yeah, I'm probably gonna start doing whenever I feel like it. But 24 is the number. I appreciate it, Maddie. It means a lot. $24. And the next car I gotta finish is this one here.
You see, stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the audio, as from those positions. Now, when played back,
But yeah, guys, I think that's the stream, everyone. I will talk to you guys next stream. If you guys ever want to talk to me, message me on my Discord. Or hit me up on my Instagram at ProIdiodz. Or Drake the Rapper. That's also my main account. I have another account that's ProIdiodz 101. Or you can check out my TikTok, like Danny put up there. All the videos I have on YouTube, I have on my TikTok as well. So go check those out. I do a lot of car edits on TikTok and everything else. And on my ProIdiodz Instagram account, I'm gonna start doing car photography. So it's gonna be awesome. And I'll talk to you guys later. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. I'll see y'all guys later. Peace out, guys. Have a wonderful, fantastic day. Peace.